So there are two basic types of conservatives. There's your Make America Great low information voter, and then there's your career conservative. And the Make America Great low information voters, they feel like bad about the fact that they're not very informed. They feel bad about the fact that they don't really understand the world. They want to be smart, and there's most of the time they're simply not, or they're smart enough, but they're uneducated, they're ignorant. And so when you feel bad about something because you're not good at it, one of the things that you do is pretend like you're good at it. So, like if I'm a guy who's like, yeah, I'm a really great boxer, and I sit in the bar and I talk about boxing, but I know I'm not really good at it, I can talk a lot about it and I can pretend, yeah, if you do this, you do that. But the reality is that you're not good at it. And your pride is in the way of you just admitting the fact that you don't know what you don't know. You can't fly a plane. You don't know what doctors know about vaccines. You don't know anything about economics, but your pride gets in the way, and you would rather die than lose your pride and be embarrassed by the fact that you don't understand something. And the reality is there's nothing wrong with knowing that you don't know something and admitting it. The career conservatives, on the other hand, are a different species. Somebody like J.D. Vance, or Ted Cruz, Pamela Bondi, and I recognize I'm talking about lawyers, these people are careerists. They're ambitious. They are not telling you what they really believe. They say things, but they don't really believe them. They don't really like Donald Trump. They think he's an idiot. And they're going to sit up there and they're going to change their positions. They're human weather vanes that just finger to the wind. And what they really want is money and power and authority. And they don't really care enough about our country to stand up and say, you know what, I'm not going to go along with that. What they care about is themselves. And that's what I think is particularly disgusting about the career conservatives, is how they really are willing to sell our country out just so that they can have a nicer house or something like that.